And with that, we move on into the middleweight division. The debuting Tristan Herron tries to stop one of the most dynamic amateurs I've seen in a long time, Cameron Mcintosh. Let's send it up to Jake Digman to bring out our first fighter.
The following contest is in the RFO middleweight division, and it is brought to you by Mr. Rooter. Introducing first, making his way down the aisle into the blue corner, please welcome Cameron Mcintosh.
Cameron Mcintosh, training with Drew Schottenheimer. I had the pleasure of calling his first fight, and Drew Schottenheimer, he's an OG in this game. He's been around, and he was effusive in his praise for Mcintosh. And Mcintosh far exceeded what Schottenheimer had told me. He's a real talent.
Absolutely. Mcintosh, he's got a Taekwondo background, 3.5 years. He's a second-degree black belt. He said he's been doing jiu-jitsu for about 2 years. He said what he would like this fight, how it would go. I borrowed one of your questions. In a perfect world, how would this fight go? And he said, I would knock him out with the right hand. So he is confident in his stand-up.
He is a very dynamic fighter. He's got length and he knows how to use it. And you'll see him come out. He pressures fighters. I talked to Coach Schottenheimer before the fight. He said Cam is ready to roll. And Cameron said the exact same thing. This is a guy who has a very, very bright future ahead of him at only 18 years old.
Yeah, and one of the crazy things is when I was asking him about his style, his coach said he's Bloodsport 2016.
And his opponent making his way down the aisle into the red corner, please welcome Tristan Herron.
Tristan Herron from Worcester, Ohio. John, you had an opportunity to talk to Tristan before the fight, representing Personal Combat Systems.
Yeah, really interesting cat. First off, I love the entrance music. Whenever I hear this song, I think of Forrest Gump. But nonetheless, he's got a jiu-jitsu base. 4 years, he is a purple belt in jiu-jitsu. He says he's been working on Muay Thai for about half a year, and he says, I'll take the fight wherever it goes as we take a look at our tail of the tape.
Look at this. We've got a 6'5", versus 6'3". We've got 20 years old versus 18. These are some big middleweight fighters. It's Tarzan, Cameron Mcintosh, and Tristan Herron. And this is two very, very skilled mixed martial arts fighters. And we're catching them at the very beginnings of their careers.
Absolutely. This one, it's got the makings of something special. Both of these guys come in very experienced as far as their background goes, maybe not so much in the cage. And we're going to see how that translates. Tristan Herron, 20 years old. It's his first fight. He says he loves fighting off his back. So that is spoken like a true jiu-jitsu practitioner.
Mcintosh wants to keep it standing, although comfortable everywhere. And for Herron, he wants to get this to the canvas and put that purple belt to use.
And I like Mcintosh is pacing back and forth. And one of the things he's doing, he is just staring at Herron saying, let's go.
Both fighters are in the cage, as is Jake Digman. Let's send it up for the official introductions.
The following contest is in the RFO middleweight division, and it is brought to you by Mr. Rooter. Introducing first in the blue corner, he fights out of Louisville, Ohio. He weighed in at 180 pounds, representing Victory Martial Arts with an MMA record, 1 win, 0 losses. Please welcome Cameron Tarzan Mcintosh. His opponent in the red corner, he fights out of Millersburg, Ohio. He weighed in at 181 pounds, representing Personal Combat, making his MMA debut. Please welcome Tristan Herron. This bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds, and when the action begins, your referee is Mr. Brent Bullock.
Brent Bullock, the referee, he's joined by Tristan Herron in the black trunks and Cameron Tarzan Mcintosh in the Tarzan trunks. Ryan Cavanaugh along with John Sturmack bringing you the action from RFO. Big Guns 20, decade of revelation. Big left by Herron to start the party. Outside leg kick by Mcintosh. Herron looking to work that jab, and the right connects.
You know, I've never seen a referee bring people into the center of the cage this early in a bout. Almost as if the referee sensed both these guys were staring each other down, and he wanted to say, hey, guys, touch gloves right now and then get at it.
Double jab by Mcintosh, and Herron responds with some knees in the tie clinch, which caused Mcintosh to quickly bail out.
And both these guys, for so much inexperience, look very, very comfortable.
Yeah, look at the movement. Mcintosh very light on his feet. Herron stalking him down. You can see Mcintosh wearing it already on his face from that left jab of Herron.
Good front kick, good elbow, good right hand. Mcintosh in the tie shorts.
Mcintosh has taken the center of the cage for much of this and is stalking Herron down, connecting upstairs. Tie clinch again by Herron.
And Herron better be careful, those knees don't go up too high.
Body kick blocked by Mcintosh. Mcintosh again stalking Herron. Double jab. These are a couple long 185 pounders.
Yeah, these guys are very lanky, but as you said in the get-go, 6'5" versus 6'3".
Mcintosh is starting to find his range. Really nice jab from Mcintosh, and Herron wants to keep it in that tie clinch.
Yeah, I'm wondering, Herron with his jiu-jitsu background, you know, at what point does he want to get this thing to the ground?
Mcintosh still very light on his feet. He's been bouncing for the whole round. See how long he can keep that up. And Mcintosh caught one in the eye, and it's acting like he's poked, but Herron's not stopping. Nice uppercut by Mcintosh. There's that tie clinch from Herron.
And Herron's using pretty good technique right now, keeping that tie clinch.
Blood from the face of Herron, and Mcintosh is in a war. Both fighters bleeding now.
Herron seemed to take the worst of that exchange. He's bleeding profusely from the nose.
And Herron's reaching out with that outstretched hand, and that's what Mcintosh is worried about. Uppercuts by Mcintosh.
We're going to talk about this after the horn, but I am surprised Herron did not try to get this fight to the ground. With his years of jiu-jitsu, he is willing to stand. And for an amateur making his debut, you would think he'd want to go to his comfort zone.
A lot of blood from the face of Tristan Herron. Cameron Mcintosh bleeding as well. What a round. A lot of action. And again, these are really, really quality mixed martial artists. With only one combined fight between them, it's hard to believe.
Yeah, I'm very, very impressed.
See our lovely ring card girl looking down to avoid the blood as we take a look at some of the action from the first round. Will we go to the replay? Oh, and their mouthpiece almost comes out for Herron, and it does.
It does.
Mcintosh with some really solid strikes, and that uppercut was something Mcintosh looked for the whole first round from the tie clinch.
Yeah, I'm really impressed with these guys. Like you said, a combined one fight between these two. Quality action. Let's see if in between rounds, Herron's coach doesn't say, hey, let's get this thing to the ground and see what this guy's ground game's like.
We've got the cleaning crew still working on some of the blood coming from both fighters. You see them exiting the cage. Brent Bullock backing the fighters up. He's going to give him the okay. This is great officiating by Brent Bullock. And we're set. Mcintosh stalking Herron again. And the mouthpiece is out early.
Oh, and he's got him rocked. Herron's fighting. Kavanaugh's full of blood.
This took a face full of blood.
Oh, yeah, it's all over our table. Right now, Herron's got him up against the cage. But Mcintosh is still throwing both of these guys.
Big right hand, and Herron still with no mouthpiece and bleeding profusely. It's Mcintosh looking for the choke. Herron grabbing the cage to get free, but he is. There's a lot of blood coming from the nose of Tristan Herron, and Mcintosh is pouring it on.
And Herron better be careful because he's pawing right now with his fist open. It's one of the hazards we take sitting cage side. Blood comes a-flying. I've got it all over our materials here.
You see blood all over the back of Herron. That's coming from Mcintosh and the face of Herron. Both fighters have been busted open.
I'm surprised strategically that Herron's corner didn't tell him, let's get this fight to the ground. That's one thing that keeps rattling around my head is, hey man, you got to have, the pen has got to be mightier than the sword. If you're a purple belt in jiu-jitsu, get your opponent to the ground, test those skills.
And you see the face of Herron, but he looks composed. This is his debut fight. He's in a war, and he's hanging in there. Mcintosh now with some serious ground and pound.
All right, well, Herron said he likes to work off his back. Let's see how much he likes it now. And yet he gets right back up. What a great fight.
This is an amazing fight. We got a minute left in this second round. And it's the headlock from Herron working on Mcintosh. Mcintosh covering up. Herron lets go. Ooh, Mcintosh just misses the straight right.
And that's the punch he wanted to end this fight with.
Inside leg kick from Mcintosh. The fighters reset. 2 minutes of frenetic action. Herron looks hurt, turns his back.
And here they come again.
Herron turns the tables, has Mcintosh up against the cage. What a round.
15 seconds to go. This is absolutely tremendous for two guys that have a combined one fight between them.
And Herron backs away. Mcintosh stalks him. And Herron looks to grab the neck, but he's too tight to do anything with it.
Holy smokes. You see this kind of action between guys that are 7-0 versus 6-1, not 1-0 versus 0-0.
I'm just wondering how Tristan Herron is going to feel about getting my dry cleaning bill.
Yeah, you got blood all over you.
You know, the good news is it's not mine, but what a fight. What a fight. These two young athletes are putting on a show for this crowd in Mansfield, Ohio.
I mean, to give you an idea for the folks at home, there are 5 people in the cage trying to wipe up the blood, and you can see it there.
We've got to give some credit to Mike Moran, Ty House, and the camera crew for getting it done. And take a look at some of this action. Mcintosh has shown with his length to be very effective in close quarters with his strikes.
And I just can't get over that floor of the cage. Looks like a Jackson Pollock painting.
And there I am in the bottom right, just trying to avoid the blood.
I cannot believe that this is 1-0 versus 0-0. Both of these guys are just laying it on the line.
And Mike Moran, the man who puts this all together, the best in the business when it comes to producing professional wrestling and mixed martial arts. He's the best in the Midwest. I stand by that. He's worried about his gear because of the amount of blood flying around. But I'm sure Mike will be just fine. And but I'm not sure who's going to be fine after this third round because there's a lot of strikes left. Tristan and Herron, Cameron Mcintosh, they're ready to go. They got 3 more minutes scheduled.
And Herron's nose looks, clearly it's broken.
But there's a lot of fight in Tristan Herron.
And Mcintosh still looks light on his feet, although he takes a good leg kick, and Mcintosh says, yeah, whatever.
Oh, there's a couple lefts by Herron, but when you say, yeah, whatever, I think that means it connected. Mcintosh takes the back of Herron. There's a good right hand. And any shot will open that nose of Herron back up, and there you see it. Herron doing a good job of turning into Mcintosh. He's going to try and use that foot to push off.
Yet if I had a crystal ball, I'd say Herron right now, he is gassed. or getting very close to it.
We see him digging for the side. Is this our first takedown attempt as he tries to get his hands connected around the back of Cameron Mcintosh?
What I'd like to see him do is stop. Mcintosh has his legs so far apart. Stop trying for that double leg. Switch over to the single. Get it down to the ground.
Oh, there's a big left from Mcintosh that turns Herron around.
And Mcintosh right now seems to be the fresher of the two. He's loving it.
Tristan Herron trying to close the distance rather. And Herron looks very tired.
He looks exhausted.
Nice outside leg kick from Mcintosh, and again.
And Herron's not even able to defend that leg kick, either by slipping it or checking it.
Mcintosh has been leading the dance.
Yeah, right now he's swinging pretty wild.
This is a fight both these guys will remember, as will everybody. It has to be up there in the decade of revelation, the annals of all the fights RFO has put on. We're in the final minute of an outstanding amateur contest. Tristan Herron, Cameron Mcintosh.
If this goes the distance or if somebody can't make it, either way, Ryan, I'm standing up and applauding. Both these guys have shown tremendous heart.
Mcintosh continues to push forward, albeit at a slower pace. And Herron may be in a bit of survival mode. We're not seeing a whole lot of offensive output from Herron. Big right hand from Mcintosh.
And here they come by us. Kavanaugh's shirt's going to get more bloody.
Mcintosh again with a right, stalking Tristan Herron. 20 seconds left in this fight. Herron turns his back again. Mcintosh looking for a finish. It might take a 2x4 and a baseball bat to stop Tristan Herron. And a left by Mcintosh.
And now I got blood all over the computer. Boy, these guys have put on one heck of a show.
Let's hear it for these two. That's the bloodiest fight I've ever seen.
What a fight. Cameron Mcintosh raises his hand. Does he move to 2-0? There he is. He's posing like he knows it. We'll see. There's Tristan Herron being very carefully looked at by his corner. That right there is a warrior, a competitor.
Absolutely. And if you said earlier that you can't believe when these guys get your dry cleaning bill, wait till they get the bill for a brand new MacBook Air that I've got in front of me full of blood.
Let's take a look at the action from this third round, John. And Mcintosh in close quarters, that was kind of the story of the fight, is Mcintosh's ability to fight in close quarters. And Herron in survival mode, trying to get the blood out of his eyes, but what a cage fight between these two youngsters, only 20 and 18 years old. Does Cameron Mcintosh move to 2-0? Or does Tristan Herron secure the first win of his amateur career? One man has that answer. It's the dapper, the always dapper, Jake Digman.
Ladies and gentlemen, a big round of applause for both of these RFO competitors. After 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards, where all 3 judges have scored this contest. 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, Cameron Tarzan Mcintosh!
Let's hear it for both these guys. That was a hell of a fight, man. Here with your winner, Cameron Mcintosh. How do you feel coming in, getting in a war like that?
I feel great, man. I'm glad I lost it in 3 rounds. Gave me a chance to know what it feels like to get punched in the face, take the real beating out here. So thank you, Tristan, for giving me that 3-round battle. But I had it won when I came in here, man.
For you to go through 3 rounds of that type of a fight this early in your career, that shows a lot of heart. You showed composure throughout. You never lost your mind at all. You didn't get panicked at all. What's next for you?
The question is, who's next?
Let's hear it for your winner one more time, Cameron Mcintosh. Great fight, brother.